Well, working for the weekend, working for the weekend. Welcome, everybody. Welcome over there in social media land. Yes, indeed. Welcome to another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. That is me. Yes, that is more. Welcome to the weekend. It could be evening, night, and morning for you, whatever time of the day it is. I just want to say welcome to you, lovely people over there at social media land. We are here. This is a platform where we say, come on in with your story, with your book, with your work in progress. So what we can build, create, grow, but most of all, support each other. Yes, we are in the business of supporting each other. Let me tell you something. We need support. You need support. We just come on in and everybody needs support. Okay? Because that's how we will grow. The more we support each other, the stronger we will be. And if we don't support each other, we are apart. And the more we are apart, the weaker we will be. Therefore, we are not weak people. We are strong people. So I ask that you come on in and let us support each other. Yes, the world needs people to support. So guess what will happen? I will tell you that when we show up here, we are showing up together. Yes, we are showing up together. So it is Saturday and it is Sunday. It's like buy one, get one free. God is so good that He just gave us 2 days in for the price of one. So it is Saturday for some and it is Sunday for some. So as we buy one, get one free, it's the weekend, people want to go shopping and get good deal and get good bargain. And I like to look for the sales and all that good stuff. That's what we do. We like to look for the good sales. So when we do that, hey, that's how we roll. Sale is good. I love me some good sale price, whether I go to the grocery or go shopping. It don't matter. I like a good sale price. So let me tell you something. We are in the month of October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is supposed to be every month. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So please, people, please get out there. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there and do your check. Check, self-check. Check. Like mic check. Yes, check. So let me tell you something. You do your own check-in and then you know how to do all the little solution after that. Mm-hmm. So with that said, guess what? Get out there. And as we support breast cancer, we support all the supporters and all the warriors out there. I say to you, we're in support of you. We're standing with you. We're praying with you. So guess what's going to happen? This is all we're going to breathe. We are going to breathe life into you today. So now with that said, if this is your first time tuning in, never heard of the Question Live Show, never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before, never heard of the Are You Free Enough platform, I want to say to you, welcome. You are in a good place. Welcome here. Listen to me, first timers. I like when you show up because now you add on up to the family. So put in the comment section that it is your first time. So what we could welcome you with a special welcome. We do have a special welcome here for you that we cheer you on. Yes, indeed, we have that. So if this is your first time, please put in the comment section that it is your first time so we can welcome you with a good hearty welcome. Now, if this is not your first time, obviously it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever time it is. Listen, that simply means you are a returning audience. If you are a returning audience, yes, because every time you show up, I show up, we show up together. We just show up as a big family, and that's what we do. So I want to say to you, welcome as well. Yes. Welcome to you as well. Returning audience, what time is it this time? This time is where I am going to give some rules. First timers, this is for you. You call the newbies. You're newbies. First timers, listen to me. We do have some rules here. Now, when I say rules, don't let your heart go flat or your mind go scatter because I say rules. Rules are everywhere we go, whether you like it or not. Whether you go to school, church, mass, synagogue, temple, wherever you go around the world, there are rules. Some we make, some we break, some we abide by, some we like, whatever. But let me tell you, something you pick and choose, okay? But here, that is what happened here. Here we have how many? 5, only 5, and we call them house rule. Yes, indeed, we call them house rule, and because we call them house rule, I actually just come on in. You might abide by 1, 2, well, maybe all 5, but it's up to you. Whatever one you pick to choose to abide by. No judgment here. We don't judge nobody here. Walk according to what you do. We don't judge you. That's up to you to judge yourself. So whatever it is, because if you have house rule and I come to your house, you expect me to abide by your house rule, right? Yes, indeed. So guess what happened? Now let's go over them real fast. First one is, if you are watching this and you wave to me or put your name in the comment section by giving a greeting, and I see you and I tell like, oh, I acknowledge you, and the only way I do this is by spotlighting your name on the screen. If I spotlight your name on the screen, it simply means that you are in the live audience. If you are in the live audience, all I ask you to do is to just go over there. No, right there, in the middle. Right in the middle, it says share. Click that share button, please and thanks, and invite somebody else to come on in and dine with us. Isn't sharing the live just like sharing fresh food that just come off the stove or out the oven, the one that your mama cook or somebody cook, your granny, somebody cook, but now it is your favorite meal, and because it is your favorite meal, you would like to share that, because that's what we do. We share our food, whether it's with the roach, the rat, the cat, the fly, the birds, whoever. We share our food. That's what you might not realize that you share, but you do. And if you are watching this and I don't spotlight your name on the screen, most likely you are watching the replay. And if you are watching the replay, I ask you to do the same thing by going down there, right there. Yep, right there. You are going to see the share button. Click that share button and invite somebody else to come on in and dine with you. You see, sometimes it's just not good to eat alone. You need somebody to sit with you and share the food. Yes, because the replay is like sharing leftover food. And God knows some leftover food do taste good, because it's like the food is cooking twice, and twice as nice as, yes, it's everything. So we hear this all the time. Sharing is caring, but sharing is not just caring. That's so cliche. Sharing is a part of our DNA, and caring is a part of our DNA. So we would like to share that which we have, whether it is some love, some peace, some kindness, maybe our smile. So we would like to share that. If you want to share your wealth, that is good too. Whatever it is, but wealth is not only, when we say share, we're not only talking about your wealth. We're talking about your time, your space, your heart, and all that good stuff. So sharing is a part of our DNA, and we would like to put sharing and caring together and ignite them and spread them around the world. Why? The world needs somebody to care, and the world needs people to share as well. So let us be great sharers and great carers of the world. Indeed. So with that said, let us go to rule number 2. Rule number 2 is grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, color pencil, whatever it is. It could be a piece of feather. If it is a piece of feather, that is fine. You need some paint, some ink to dip it in and to scrabble away. Where? In your notebook or on a piece of paper. Absolutely. Now, if you don't have that, that is fine by me too. No judgment, no judgment. Just go on your electronic device and scroll and find a blank sheet, a blank page. Utilize it. That's why they created, because that you write your notes up in there, you see. And if you don't have that, you do, because you're looking at me. You got an electronic device, because you are looking at me right now, because you're not in the studio with me, so you're looking at me. And if you do have one and you're using another one called your cell phone, yes, go into your cell phone and find that blank page as well and utilize that blank page. It's called the notepad section. Use it up. Yes, indeed, use it up. And if you don't see that blank page in there, go on your regular text and text back to yourself. Text something back to yourself. Now the show is called The Question Elisha, and you must be questioning Verona. What is it that you are telling us to text back and write down? Good question. As your host, I am responsible to answer your question. You see, here in the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Write them down for several reasons, honey. When you write things down, you're extracting the very thoughts out of your head. You're putting them on paper, and the paper is looking back at you. And what happened now? It's now become reality, and we can't run away from reality. Reality going to just follow us. And we are in the business of manifesting our dreams, taking it out of our head and let them become reality. So yes, write things down. And when you write one word down, that one word go into sentences and sentences. And those sentences go into paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And those paragraphs equal to pages and pages and pages. And as a result, you might just end up with a book. And not only that, you might just become the next published author. You see, we as writers, we like to write our own stories and we attempt to write your story as well. But it's not as effective as you writing your own story. Why? Because we all have story deep down inside of us. And I'm here to encourage you to extract those stories and bring them to surface. Yes, indeed. You see, when we do that, what will happen? It might just be a strategic way for somebody to get through something. Or it might just add to a solution to smooth out a situation or a circumstance. Yes, indeed. That is why I encourage you at all times, please write things down. You don't got to publish your story, but write things down. It makes you be a little bit freer. Yes, indeed. So write things down, write things down. You see here, when I say to write things down, it is very important that we understand it. There's a relationship that we build with our fingers and the paper. So writing things down is very essential. And even though, now that I say that, it might add to a solution. Listen, it might just have strength to somebody. And somebody might say, oh, wow, I thought I was about myself, but I'm not. Because your story was told, you build up strength in somebody else and you add courage to them and boldness. So listen to me. Now, as we talk about solution and all that stuff, let us go to our next rule. Our next rule is grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda, popsicle, whatever is it that you drink. Maybe it's a smoothie, maybe some shake, maybe some porridge, some soup, some broth. Whatever is it that you drink, honey, darling, hey, that is fine by me. You don't gotta tell me what is it that you're drinking, but just put in the comment section that you are drinking something. If you are drinking something, that is fine. You see, I'm not asking you to tell me what you're drinking because I want to be nosy. Absolutely not. No, the reason why I am telling you to put that you are drinking something, it's a form of support. Why? Because here, when you show up with your drink and I show up with my drink, we like to celebrate. Yes, indeed. On this show, we like to celebrate. Whether it is a small win or your big win, we like to celebrate you. So whatever is it that you are celebrating right now, maybe it is your anniversary, your birthday, your husband's birthday, your children's birthday, somebody's birthday, whatever it is. Maybe you got married, maybe you're getting married, maybe you got proposed, maybe you met a boo, maybe you found out you're pregnant, maybe you just had a baby, maybe your child went to school, maybe you went to school, maybe you developed yourself a little bit more, whatever the case is, it don't matter. We like to celebrate you. Yes, indeed. So when I say come in and let me know that you are drinking something, is because when you come in, I raise my glass, you raise your cup, your spoon, your bowl, whatever you say that you drink from, and we say cheers to each other. It is a form of support, and we sure need support. Yes, indeed. And another reason is when I say that, even though I say all those things, I encourage you to drink water, honey. I encourage you to drink water. Drink water for one reason or two. 3. It quenches the thirst, it flushes the body of toxins, and it flourishes the skin. Therefore, I encourage you to drink water. You see me, I like to drink my water because, one, I'm a believer. And I heard of the story of the man who turned water into wine. If you know who it is, you know who it is. If you don't know who it is, his name is Jesus. Amen. Thank goodness the man went up to somebody's wedding and he done turn up their water and turn it into wine. The man was good like that. He's like, listen, y'all need to have some wine up in here. Start, yeah. Y'all run out of wine? No worries. I got it. And you see, that is it. That is a perfect example to say, I got you, boo. I got you. When you say you got somebody, that's it. You know, do like the man. You don't got to perform miracle like that, but you got the power to do that. But you know, the man is like, listen, you up in this wedding, let's work this out. I got you. Jesus, we ain't got no wine. Don't you worry. Bring me some water. I got you. Yes, indeed. So let me tell you, and it's another reason why I said to drink, because I am back here doing all the talking, darling. I'm doing all the talking, and I encourage you just to drink on my behalf, so I don't have to stop to sip, sip, sip. And when I sip, 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 I'm going to run to the bathroom. Talking about bathroom, now here's the next rule. All that drinking, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right, to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, please go now, and then you're going to come right back and grab your seat. Grab your seat. Why? Because it is reserved with your name on it. And not only your name, but your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talent, your passion, your purpose, and your destiny is on there. Now, inside of all of that, that's your greatness is in there. And we operate from our inside out. So listen, if you give up your seat, you're giving up your birthright. And we're not in the business of giving up birthright. We're in the business of coming together, working together. So what? We can create a whole galaxy of greatness. Galaxy making great impact and, adding greatness to the world. We're here to get the earth going and replenish the earth. So yes, indeed. So with that said, let us go to our tiny, almost last rule of the evening. It is saying that if I say something and it resonates with you, whether it touch your heart, your mind, wherever, just put in the comment section, yes. Yes simply means that you are lining up yourself with the conversation and we are rolling together. We are standing together. And when you're standing together with me, it is a solid proof that what? This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue between you and I, which is a conversation. And if I see yes over there, simply means that you are following the conversation. So that is what we do when we get up in here. So I would like to know that you are there following the conversation, because you are following the conversation. Let me tell you, our topic tonight saying that we are breathing. And because we are breathing, honey, yes, indeed. I would like to say, yes, I am breathing. That is the first yes that you're supposed to put up in there. Yes, I'm breathing. Put that up in there, that we are breathing. So with that said, let me tell you, let me go into the audience and welcome those who are in the audience. I see over here, Cheryl is up front. Cheryl is like, listen, I got a VIP ticket. Cheryl is up front. You got a front row seat. She's like, I'm here. I am present. I'm present. Yes, indeed. I welcome you. I see my sister, Nadu sister. Welcome, my dear. So together we can do it. Of course. Without each other. Let me tell you something about life. Life that we need to support each other, because if we don't support each other, let me tell you something, we're not going to make it. Because we all have a success story to go on. We are all on this journey together and we all want to build a success story. And let me remind you, if you didn't know this, I'm going to tell you tonight that nobody can succeed by themselves. Absolutely nobody. It doesn't matter what position you're in, whether you're the prime minister, the president, the vice president, the councilman, the mayor, no matter who you are, you cannot succeed by yourself, even if you're a teacher. But you see, that's what we do here. We are students and teachers at the same time. So we come in with the same intention to learn, to live, and to grow and support each other. Let me tell you something, ladies. Before we go anywhere, you're out there doing all that drinking. But let me tell you something. If you are outside with all that drinking and you're in the line at the bathroom, excuse yourself, go to the side and say, excuse me, I need to use the bathroom because I got to come back to get my seat. You know what I'm saying? But if you get here, you don't see your seat. That's okay. Don't you worry. Nobody can take your seat around the table, darling. Nobody can take your seat. Your seat going to be reserved right here. But if you don't see your seat, that's fine. Just stand in position, because that's what we do. We stand in position, and because it is your position, nobody can take that from you either. Yes, your space is reserved as well. So I want to welcome you, one and all. Yes, indeed. Both genders suffer from breast cancer. Absolutely. Men and women. That's what I'm saying. Hi, hello. Get out there. Do your checking. You know what I'm saying? Boobs, titties, whatever y'all want to call it. I call it boobs. You know what I'm saying? Breasts, whatever y'all want to do. But get in there and check up some place up in there. Breast cancer affects both male and female, darling. So yes, indeed. Thank you so much for that highlight, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that highlight. Thank you. I see Sharon up in the house. Sharon got a VIP seat. She's like, I'm up front. I'm here. I'm in the front row. Anybody looking for me? I'm in the front row. Waving over here. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here. I see Paula. Like, listen, I got a VIP. You see, these are front rowers. You know, is that a word? Whatever. If it's a word, then if it's not a word, then it's a word now. Front rows. Okay, they got the front row seat. Okay, because they have VIP tickets. So they're up in there, they show up in here. Thank you so much for showing up. Listen, y'all know where the share button is. Click the share button and invite somebody else to come on in. Don't y'all worry about it. We up in here. Now, y'all see, let me tell you, as I said, we are breathing. But tonight, you see, it's Saturday for me. It might be Friday for Sunday for somebody else. But it ain't sure. It ain't Friday. Friday's going. Friday is gone. Why Friday is gone? That's the past. But I tell you what, I got a guess. I'm going to stop talking because I got a guess up in here. I got a guess. You know what I'm saying? I got a guess. So everybody, we have a guest tonight. So with me, stop talking. Let me pause for a second and welcome my guest, your guest, our guest, because this is how we going to roll up in here tonight. There she is. My Neicie, welcome.
Hey. Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yes, honey, we great. Yes. I'm great indeed. Yes, that's the thing,
hey,
baby. I like that.
I'm supporting the fight.
Listen,
I got the girls too, but I'm supporting.
Listen, people, I try to tell y'all, that's how we do. You see that? Just to let y'all know, we didn't plan this. Okay, just to let y'all know, it's a language. It's an invisible language among us. It's an invisible language. So I didn't tell her, girl, you better wear something like that. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to know what I was wearing, but we understand the language of support. We understand the language of support. And she came up in here like, I'm representing. I'm like, yeah, honey, I'm representing right up in there. Let's see that shirt again, darling. Let's see that shirt again. Let's see that again. Let's see it again. Fight like a girl. Hey,
that's right.
That's what we do up in here. Yep. Hey, people, I try to tell you, this is what we do up in here, honey. This is a show where we support. We support the cause. We support the people. We support the work. We support the story. We just support because when we support each other, we succeed together. You understand what I'm saying? We understand how this language thing works. People, y'all might think it's an invisible language, but it's a powerful language. You know what I'm saying? It's a powerful language. So yes, indeed, honey, tell them. Listen, introduce yourself and tell the people where you're tuning in from.
I am tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh, ATL in the house.
Yes. What else you want to know?
Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and all that good stuff.
I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio, but I was born in Columbus, Ohio, but raised in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. So military brat, that's what I am. And I'm currently a police officer in Kennesaw.
Ooh.
I'm a mother of 3 and I have 5 grandchildren.
Ooh. Go ahead with your bad self.
Yes. So anything else you want me to share?
We going in there because okay. It's not likely. You know what I'm saying? 5 grandchildren and 3. Listen, and this is why it is important that we understand that when we support each other, we are not, I said this before, that when we show up, we are not showing up for ourselves. We are showing up for our family, our community, and generations to come. And absolutely. Generations to come, that when we so far gone, our handprints, heartprints, and footprints remain in a path that they shall follow. So yep. When you are showing up for, no, that's 8. That's 8 children. That's 8 children. I had to make sure. I had to check my notes. Yeah, honey, that you got that 8 children up in there. That 8 children up in there. Yes, indeed. Theta, welcome, Theta, up in the house. She up in the front row. To the front row is filling up. Yes, indeed. You listen, honey. You showing up for 8 children right there. That's your start. That's your starting point right there for 8 of them. Yes, indeed. Before we do anything, Newbies, because I call it the new people. Newbies, don't feel bad. Let me tell you something about newbies. We welcome you. I want you to take
Yes.
note that we like to have you and acknowledge that you're here, right?
Yes.
So we like newbies to come on in. You're watching and you don't want to wave to us. No. We like for you to come in the family because we like you're a new baby. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a new baby, we like, hey, new baby up in the house. You know what I'm saying? So if you are new, we would like for you to come on in, go in the chat, wave to us, say, I'm new, don't feel no way shy. I mean, sometimes I do get shy, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to feel shy, that's fine. But I'm just saying, just wave to us. Wave to us, you know what I'm saying? Let us know that you're here, you come in, you support, you know what I'm saying? That's right. You know what I'm saying, Queen? You know what I'm saying? You want to let us know that you're present. You know, growing up, that was a thing for us. Like we in school, like you call your name, they're like present.
Yes. Present.
You know what I'm saying? So we want people to know, like, you present. Don't be in the back seat. You know, try to be in the back peeping in and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We like to know that you're here so we can acknowledge you're present. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Who is in there? Look, Theta down in Atlanta. Theta, wave, woo. Theta, wave on to the, yes, indeed. Wave on, wave on. Theta says
Theta, you have to get the book so you can come see me and I can sign your book for you. So you definitely have to get the book.
Theta, listen here. You might want to go over to the other side, find her over there waiting like, oh, I saw you on the Question Live show, honey, and I would like for you to autograph my book. Thank you. Please.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Please and thanks. Oh, my sister is over here from the UK. UK is in the house.
Oh, wow.
UK is in the house. That's my beautiful sister over there. My sister over there in the UK, it's like 12:32 right about now, but she's up. This is what I talk about when you're supporting somebody time. Ooh, Lord, 12:32, you know, but she's here, she's supporting. I love you, sis. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. So now you mentioned something, because I try to tell people to come with their stuff to write, because I like to write things down.
Yes.
I'm a writer. Yes. I like to write things down. First of all, I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate you on your book. I want to congratulate you on your book.
Thank you.
People, I mentioned this in the rules, and don't you worry, I got a big picture to put up on the screen. You know? People, I try to tell you this. Writing a book is a great accomplishment. It is a great accomplishment for a couple of reasons. When you write a book, it's a legacy you are building. You are building an entire legacy when you write a book. And it's not that you don't know what to write, right? We know how to write. We have stories so piled up inside of us. And we think, oh, I don't know what to write. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just need some help. You just need some push. You do know what to write, because every last one of us got story. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 stories up in us. And we write. So I want to congratulate you on this book, because boy, we gone up in there. Yes, we listen. I think I need to my drink. You can have something to drink to, honey. You can have something to drink, because I don't try to tell people. I like to show it with my water. You see what I'm saying? Because you see, I told y'all I met somebody, and the man don't went up in somebody's wedding and turn the water into wine. Mm-hmm. But I like to show with my water, you know what I'm saying? But tonight I ain't got my water. I think I needed something else, but I ain't going to say what I'm saying. I have my water tonight, because you see, Jesus done did that stuff, you know what I'm saying? He don't mess up somebody's wedding. Like, listen, y'all need some more wine up in here. You know what I'm saying? I need to turn up their water. He's like, bring me the water. You turn that up into wine. But I'm trying to let y'all know, people, let me tell you something. I expect a miracle every day. I expect whether my water going to turn into wine or something. Whatever the case is, I get up every day expecting a miracle. So whatever you're expecting right now, just make sure it's a miracle. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, my dear Neicie.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to talk about the book.
Yes, ma'am.
People, first of all, let me find it. Let me find it, because I can't see your little item. I can't see your little book over there. I can't see your little book over there. I can't see that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you just hold on right there. You just hold that thought right there. And audience, if you got questions, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget, you put your question up in here, because this is it right here. People, let me go with this side. This is it right here. because I was tilting my head. I was going back this way. I was trying to lean back. I was trying to like, sir. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do a lot of things with this cover here because a whole bunch of stuff happening. And I'm like, sir, you touching me. I'm like, no, you ain't going to do that. But I just want to let you know that is the book. That is the book, sis.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Welcome, Zay. Welcome. I'm your first timer because if you're a first timer, yes, because I like to welcome the first timers like this. You know what I'm saying? I like the first timers to come on in and we welcome them. Just like this, we do big cheering for work first timers because no baby coming and you to get, when they're doing baby reveal and all that stuff, people get all excited. Lord, they do. Yes, indeed. So I like to welcome my first timers. Yes, indeed, sister. Okay, let's see what is. Okay, somebody asking a question already. Hold on a second. What is?
Yes.
Ooh, Lord of mercy. Nadu, honey, hold on a second now. Hold on. We gonna get to that question.
Oh yeah.
Congrats. Okay, part of the saying, congratulations to you. And
thank you.
Let's say, honey, we don't play up in here, honey. We get up in the cheerleading outfit and we don't play up in here. Okay, you get right here and we don't play because you see we all come. Look, we got our uniform on.
Yes. Make sure no kids are around. We about to
Listen,
get real.
put your babies to bed. Put your
Yes.
babies to bed. We are about to go up in some stuff right about now. So this is not for children. Please close your eyes, your ears, lock the door, put a lock on the door. I don't care what you got to do. Do something. Put them to sleep. Give them some warm milk. Put them to sleep. Put your children, give them some warm milk and tell them, I love you. You got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But we up in here, we got our uniform. We ready to get up in some stuff because Neicie, like I said, we got our uniform. You see, you said that you're a military brat. I want you to talk before we go into the book because we're going to answer that question. But talk about that military brat thing because I've been hearing that phrase. You know what I'm saying? Touch that topic, that title.
When we say military brat, it's like all I know is structure and foundation. Growing up with that, it was like a whole new world. It's like anytime that we would go outside of post is what they call it, where you pass the guards that's standing there. It's a different world for us. It's like, oh, you can do this. But when you come back on base, everything is structured. Everybody is out there on Saturdays doing their yard because you have to. And everybody will be out there. All the neighbors are helping each other. They give you everything you need. So it's like a different world, and I end up getting married to a military guy. And which didn't last long, but I'm thankful for my babies. I'm thankful for that, but we are good friends and stuff like that. So that's good. But the military life is definitely different. Any woman, I will give you the advice that if you are into marrying someone that's in the military, it is a different world. You sort of lose your identity because you take on his name, everything is his. So when you go see the doctor, they'll say, oh, you're Sergeant Nelson's or Sergeant Hammond's wife. You don't have a name. You're just by that exactly what you are. And you're like, oh, okay. So everything that you go, your ID, everything is basically in your husband, or if it's a male married to a female, it's in their name.
I you know what? I laugh about that. Oh, look. Zay said my daddy was a Rolling Stone.
That is my daughter.
I realize. Hi, Zay. Hello, darling. Yes, indeed. Hello, somebody. But let me tell you, that is no tale you just said, because let me tell you, we lost our identity when we become wife.
Yes.
Mother.
Yes.
We don't even know. Let me tell you, it took me a while to know my real name.
Exactly.
I'm like, my name is Verona, right? No.
Right.
Nobody called me Verona. Nobody called me Willis. Nobody called me bro. Nobody called me by nothing but mom.
Yes.
Or you're the
Miss
mother.
So and so.
Right? You the business mother.
Yes.
I got a name. I got a name. You know what I'm saying? I got a name. So don't try to give me a title. I'm saying, because we get so evolved into titles.
Yes.
That is where we lost our identity all the time in titles. Titles, listen to me, audience, that is not who we are. You are this one wife. No, my name is Neicie.
Right.
My name is Verona.
Right.
So it took me a while. It literally took me a couple of years ago to find out, like, your name is Verona.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's your name. Oh, what? That's my real name? Yep. So I like when people like Verona. I'm like, ooh, that's me.
That's right.
That's me. Call me by my name. And
Right.
we don't want to lose our identity in society. We don't want to lose our identity in relationship. We don't want to lose our identity in the very things in social media. We don't want to lose our identity because guess what? At the end of the day, that is us. It is personalized. It is personalized, and we should understand this. It is personalized.
Yes.
Nobody should take that from you. And
Right.
don't hand that over either.
Right.
Don't hand that over. Please don't hand that over. So we so used to, and you just use a word, structure, right? We want
Yes.
structure, and in the military, it's real structure.
It is. It is very uniform.
Like blink your eyes this
Yeah.
way, walk this
Absolutely.
way, you
Yes.
know, perfect order, like walk this way,
Yeah.
talk this way, look this way, you
Yes.
know. But life gotta change. Life don't change, and what happened, we don't change either. And this might sound conflicting, but we as human beings don't change, we just evolve, right? We only evolve because what happened with our mind gets so wrapped up in the very things that we are told, in the very things that we learn, and it is time that we unlearn some things for the benefit of us. For the benefit of us,
Absolutely.
it's time for us to learn some things. So it is time for us to relearn so we can learn the new things, so we can find our real identity and build out our authentic self. So it is
Yes.
time. This is the time. This is the moment. Like, this is the moment that if we don't understand this moment, is where we're like, okay, we gotta start stripping off some stuff.
Right. Right. Right.
We are not living our authentic self,
Right.
right? And now you
Right.
are a police. Now you are a police, and now no, it's like you're following the same thing from being a military brat. Roll it over here. No, you like
Absolutely. 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 That order. I have to have it. I have OCD. I have to have it. I have to have it. So I have to tell myself when people are not like me in the sense, or I have to say, Neicie, this is you. This is you. It doesn't mean anybody else is wrong. This is you. So it's
yes,
like I embrace me. I used to
yes,
be upset with that because I had that OCD and my kids were like, it was like it would drive them crazy, but now they accept it because they know it's me. So they know when I go in there, like the dishes have to be done or the refrigerator, you can't put the milk in a certain, it needs to be in a certain spot for me, but my
yes,
kids can
yes,
throw it
yes.
in there. And they know now that if I go behind them, it's not because I'm doing it because they're doing it wrong. It's because they know that this is the way that I like it. So we're at peace now. But before growing up, they couldn't do anything because I would have to do it because they didn't do it right.
There you go. And because you are trained, it's already fixated. It's already
Yes.
fixated, right? It's
Yes.
already fixated. Yeah. Oh boy, look what Zay said. You want to know? Look what Zay said right there. That's what Zay just said. I'm just saying. Zay's like, no. Zay is like, let me tell you something, Mom. I love you, but I got to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
She's like,
She
I got to
knows.
go.
Yes, because I'll go to her house and I just try not to, but she loves it because I'll just start cleaning and she just loves it. So I think that's why she invites me over, just so I can rearrange and
Rearrange
organize
some
things.
stuff. So it's like, listen, I'm gonna move out, but then it's okay for you to come to my house. That's fine.
Yes.
I got a problem. This is how we gonna work this out. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're capable of doing, and that is it. We've got to know what we're capable of doing. And say it's like, no, my
Right.
mom is capable of rearranging my house. Hey, mom, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on over here. Hey,
Absolutely.
come on over here. Say, I ain't mad with you, girl. I ain't mad with you, honey. I'm not mad. That's right. That's right. So now, all that structure and OCD and all that stuff, and you in that mentality, because now that mentality is just like fixated in you. It's already breaded on your brain, your mind, your body, your whole thing. And
Right.
then now I see that you went. What inspired you to go over into this novel romantic stuff?
I have to say,
Mm,
God did. It was in me. This book was in me,
mm,
but it was COVID. It was COVID. Why everybody shut down all of this, and me being a police officer, we didn't have too much to do. And it was like, I'm always thinking about what I can do. And I said, just like what you said, I wanted to leave a legacy for my kids. I wanted something. And I know I had this story in me. And like you, I talked to so many women due to my job, and not just women. I talk to a lot of people,
people,
and a
yeah.
lot of people have stories. So that's how Angel was brought, because of all of the struggles that women go through that people don't see, that we hide because we don't want them to know. We don't want to be labeled as weak, or we don't want to be labeled as being needy, when we're trying to find ourselves. So that's how Angel came. I thought about how I can give Angel everything that I hear women go through and
Yeah,
struggle, not only just other women, my struggles as well.
yeah.
And that's how I created her. And I thought about that. And then just like with Brian, all of the stories that I hear from the men. So I created Angel and Brian, and I wanted it to be real. If I can be honest, real. Because I'm going to tell you, when I was writing it, sitting there, and the sex scenes in there, I was like, Lord, you didn't give me this to write. I said, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do this, right? I'm not going to be able to write this. This was wrong, right? But there was this,
Right. Go ahead.
real. This church woman, God gave me everything for this book. That's how I know.
I'm going to fight you right now. Listen, don't arrest me, but I'm going to fight you. Don't press no charge.
I'm telling you, God gave this to me. So when I was writing it, it was this older lady at my job.
Yeah.
And very church woman. And I love God just as much. And I was like, oh my God, surely I'm not going to publish this book. I had just got finished, and I was contemplating on publishing it. And she came in there and I said, hey, I wrote a book. And she said, really? I said, yeah, but it's got some sex stuff. She said, girl, you better write that book. Have you seen 50 Shades of Grey and stuff? And I said, no, I never seen it, but I heard about it. She said, girl, they were talking about balls and licking. And I said, oh, my book is not like that, but okay. So God sent me her because he knew she would be the one I would be like, okay, I'm not worrying about it. So it came out. So everybody who has read it has called me. These women called me. They was like, girl, I started going through my phone trying to find somebody. She said, I threw the book and picked the book back up. And she was like, I couldn't put it down. She was like, oh my God. And people would talk to me about Angel and be like, oh my God, why is Angel so stupid? Or some people would relate to Angel, be like, oh my God, I went through this. I'm going through this. Oh my God. Everybody would come and say something to me, and I would just start laughing because they could never, ever put the book down. They would say once they start, they'd be like, oh, I couldn't put the book down. And they would come back and start asking me, or I would get emails about the book. And I was like, you know what, God, you are so good, because that's what I want. I want the healing. I want people to see that we need to stop trying to go to each other and look to God.
Yes. Yeah.
Stop trying to go to your friends. Stop trying to go to this person, this, because everybody is going to handle a situation different. And no one wants to be judged. So it's like, that's what was going on. This one lady was like, I would never, ever took Brian back. I cannot believe after what he took her through. And I said, okay, how long you been with your husband? And she was like 20 years. I said, okay, so if your husband goes out, can you absolutely 100% sure tell me that you would leave him? And she goes, oh, you know what?
Never thought of it.
He's on the couch, girl. He could sleep with me. I said, but you still.
I never thought of it.
There you go. You made that decision. So that's where it is. And people are starting to think now, And I want women to be, we need to be more comfortable like we are now to be able
Yes.
to share with each
Yes.
other and say, listen, I'm not feeling good today. Listen, this is what I'm going through. But at the
Yes.
same time, be quiet enough to go and hear God. What is God telling you? Because everybody's going to pretty much judge you on the decision that you make, just like with my book. There was
Yes.
one person at my job was like, oh, it's like a low rate porn or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't know what porn you listen to or watch or whatever it is that you do.
Okay.
And I said, this has a true factor. It's feelings. It's real. It's what's happening behind closed door between a man and a
Absolutely.
woman. And why is that so embarrassing? Why is that got to be porn? It's not
Thank
like
you.
all through the book it's just sex, 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 sex. No, it is a story.
There's a
It
story
is,
behind it.
there you go. A struggle that a woman is going through, a
Yes.
struggle that a man is going through. And in between, they have friends. Angel have these friends that come in that's leading her to go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do that? It wasn't till she start talking to God more. It wasn't till she start finding herself, like you said, her
And
voice, her identity.
oh, and we gotta, you see, and I titled this "We Are Breathing,"
Yes.
and when we are breathing, when we are not breathing, that's a problem. We
Yes.
want to be breathing freely. Okay, we're not
Mhm.
breathing with oxygen hiding in our story, and this is why I encourage people to get those story out of your system. Because
Yes.
when we don't get those stories out of our system, since you know what happened, it suffocates our gifts and our talent. The very
Yes.
gift that God hand over to us, we are suffocating because we are afraid of what society will say. We are
Right.
afraid of others' opinion of us. Oh, I'm
Right.
writing this. Oh, I can't write that because the church is going to
Right.
judge me. Oh, I can't write
Right.
it. But it is your gift and your talent
Yes.
because God knows that you are capable of doing it. That's why He handed it for you to do it.
Absolutely.
He said, I need you to write this. And that is
Yes.
what we got to understand, that until we can understand that God had the very thing that He can trust us with, we are not living our authentic self.
Right. 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 And it's
We
so
are
funny.
totally not.
Absolutely. And it's funny you say that because my pastor and them, they came to me and they said, you wrote a book? And I said, yes. And I said, I don't know if I want you guys to read it. And they start laughing. And they was like, yeah. I said, I just don't know because I don't want you looking at me funny, want you judging. But you know what? They read the book and they said, you need to get in touch with Tyler Perry. You need to
So
get in
there
touch.
you go.
It needs to be a movie. And
Hello,
that's what I've
somebody
been hearing.
hashtag Tyler Perry up in here. Hashtag Tyler.
Exactly. We need to make this a movie. We need
Listen,
to get this.
y'all think I'm playing? Hashtag
Yes.
Tyler Perry up in the chat. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Hashtag Tyler Perry up in here right now. Tyler, we calling you. We broke.
Yes.
We making a phone call. Hello, Tyler.
Yes. Let's make this.
We calling you.
Yes.
Hashtag Tyler Perry, people. I am not playing with y'all right now. Go listen. Huh. All right. And they listen, let me tell you, the church will judge. They will judge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They'll judge.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
been there.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
Everybody will judge you.
Mhm.
You know, and I just take it for what it is because I embrace it because I know this is what God gave me. And there's so many people that I hear how it helped them, how they're not ashamed because it was like, it's like you knew me. It's like you're writing about me. It's like, that's how I felt. And that's what I wanted. And they feel good. They're feeling better about themselves. It's strengthening them. And that's what I want to do. You know, it's got the piece in there where Angel end up, you know, suffering with cancer. And she ends up later. I don't want to tell the book, but
Don't
it's
tell
like,
the book because we
Yes.
don't
Yes.
Neicie, hold on, darling. Because don't tell no book because first of all, we're gonna answer some question that
Okay.
Nadu would ask a question. We want to answer that question. So
Okay.
no, don't do
Okay.
that. Don't do that. She asked a question first right here. What is the one thing in your book to let people dig in it? Give us that one thing. That one thing up in there, like, hey, y'all need to get on up in here. Good question. That's a good question right here.
That is a great question.
Yeah, that's
excellent.
excellent.
The one thing, you know, the cover, the little girl that did the cover would make you want to get in there, the title alone. But what makes you want to get into the book is when you open it and you see that this is a real woman, that this is a doctor per se, not just, we always look at as doctors, as lawyers, that they don't go through what normal people, as we say, go through, because none of the rich and famous share their stories. But this woman is a doctor, and she's actually dating this guy who's really not good, who's really not where he needs to be. But Angel is still putting herself in there. So it's showing you a woman going through the ups and downs, dealing with, sickness, dealing with, children, dealing with death, dealing with a boyfriend. And not only that, it shows the real love experience, the heatedness of lovemaking between a man and a woman, that really takes you there to that you feel, like I said, this book makes you feel every feeling that you have in your body, whether it's happy, crying, love, whatever you want to say. I guarantee this book will make you feel everything. One minute you're reading it, you laughing. One minute you like, oh Lord, I need to find somebody right now because I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. I got to put this book down. Somebody got to come. Or it's going to make you start feeling and thinking. Then you're going to feel that pain that this woman went through. So everything, that's what's going to keep you in this book.
And that's the thing, because I mentioned this before somewhere along in some of our session. Our emotions are real. Right? Our emotions are real, and we tend to cover up our emotions as we go along, and then we put on this mask. And when we talk about mask, we're not talking about the mask that society said for us to wear. We're talking about this mask to camouflage our emotions. And we as mothers, we want to cry, but we smiling like, hey, we good. No, you're not good. No, you're not good. And we tend to do this, and we're being an hypocrite to our own self, and we're being a liar to God.
Yes.
And we want to set a space where you come on in. And this is why I created this forum, that we create a safe space for you to come on in and be you.
Yes.
Don't be this one and don't be that one. Be you, because there's nothing like you being your authentic self. You come on in like, hey girl, I'm coming on up in here in my cap. I'm like, girl, that's you.
That's
girl,
me.
I'm coming up in here with pink lipstick. That's you. Girl, I'm coming up in here with blue hair. Girl, that's you. Listen, this is me. I'm saying this is me. So you do you. Let me tell you, the hardest thing for me is to be somebody else.
Right.
Huh?
And it should be for anybody, but it's like
that's for everybody. It should be for everybody.
Yes.
The hardest thing, because if I sit there, I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to be like Neicie. Girl, I gotta learn you. I gotta learn everything about you. I gotta learn you. And we gotta get this. We gotta get this concept. For you to be somebody else, you gotta learn them. But what is it that we encourage you to do is to learn from them.
Right.
So you could expand, because we have the capacity to expand. We have the capacity to create. We have the capacity to do everything. But when I learn from you, it allowed me to expand.
Right.
Why? Because it's a form of support. I need you. You need me. You might have something that I need. I might have something you need. You might have a gift that I don't have, and I might have a gift you don't have. Guess what? We come together. We're like, hey, let's work this out. Let's work this out. Don't be somebody else. It is a hard process. I'm not trying to go through life being no hard. Nah. I'm trying to make life very easy for myself.
Right. Peace.
I'm trying to be very peaceful with myself, with man and with God. I ain't trying to do that. I'm not trying to go to God. I'm like, hey, God, hold on a second. I want to be Neicie. Like what?
Right.
God,
like, you don't have no idea what Neicie going through. And that's like with Angel. You have no idea what a woman goes through.
Don't do it.
It hurts me when we as Black women, we can't support one another when it comes down to things like this and uplifting. And instead of that, because of the hurt, because of the way that we were treated and stuff and what we see in society, because 80% of our Black males goes to the different races, and we are labeled as being very aggressive, too strong, and all of this stuff. So what do? Take it out on another Black female.
Yes.
And we got to start getting where we can start loving one another, lifting each other up, giving the compliments and say, you know what, girl, you wearing that shirt. Girl, I love the way that you look today and stuff. We don't do that. We just like, what she got? What she got on?
What she got on? Why you think you look that good?
Yeah,
why you think you're better than me? Honey, it's not competition up in here.
No.
It's not a competition because I want to be on my own journey.
Yes.
Ain't no competition. And if we look at it this way, if we just give a compliment instead of competing, we have a better world, honey.
There you go. Yes.
We have a better society. Okay, you don't want to give a compliment? Shut your mouth.
Yes.
Shut your mouth.
And that's what I want to show. That's what I was trying to show in the book. I wanted to show and show the love, to show the caring, showing that some women do go through things. They don't need to be judged as being weak or whatever else. Because this person chose to love this man, that's her choice. Yes. All you are there to do is support her, to help her, to whatever it is that she needs to get. So if she comes to you and says, hey, I'm not saying you got to sit there and be like, oh, this is right. Give her that opinion. Say, I don't like the way that he treats you, but I'm here for you. Yeah. I don't like what he's saying to you, but I'm here for you. When you get tired, just know I'm here for you because I can't be tired for you. Because guess what? I'm not in that situation.
There you go.
All I'm doing is looking at it. So I'm not invested in what you're invested, that love and everything, because if the situation is different, I could love somebody. You could be tired of me going through what I'm going through, but I need you to support me. I need you to be there for me. And that's what we need to start getting. And that's what this book is showing, because it's like we tend to go to all these people. And guess what? We'll go to all these people and everybody tell you, girl, you stupid. You so dumb. And I'm gonna share my own personal story.
Yes,
my ex when I was married and we were splitting up and he ended up leaving me and whatever else. And I found out I was pregnant with my last child. And on base, like I told you, structure. Everybody knows everybody, you in this, right? My best friend, my belly big as I don't know what, and I'm in the commissary having a good day about my stuff. Hear my friend come running up. She was like, girl, ooh, guess who was in the store? And I was like, who? She was like, girl, I saw your husband. I saw your husband with Sergeant whoever. And I said, oh, okay, you felt that. I needed to know that. That's something you feel like I need. She was like, girl, and the thing that got me, she said, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't be you. Like I said, okay, husband, leave me with my belly full. This is what I want you to do so I can go through this and everything.
Yeah.
We don't think about what we say to people.
No.
That should have never been, she should have never, that's my friend, should have never came to me and told me that. She should have
and you're pregnant, and you're just sitting there like, I'm pregnant. And you
just hugged me and went on and said, girl, what you cooking? I'm going to come over. That's it. That's it.
Because the thing is, and this is why it's important, and I said this earlier, there's an invisible language, huh?
Yes.
There's an invisible language, and it is not everything that we must speak out.
Yes.
Right? Because there are other ways for us to express that invisible language. Now, again, for those of you just tuning in, the invisible language that we're talking about, we did not call up each other like, this is what we're going to be uniform of and wear, okay? So there's an invisible language, whether it is the t-shirt that we are wearing or just overall. There's an invisible language with compassion. There's an invisible language with love, with peace, with kindness. There's an invisible language somewhere. And I sit there, if I'm in the position as your friend, no, I saw John over there, like, okay, Sergeant John is with, oh, is that John? Yeah, I verified that's him. And I'm going to come to you. There's an invisible language I should be sharing with you right there. Like, girl, you want to go out to dinner tonight?
There you go. There you go.
Girl, when the belly's going to pop? You know, like,
there you go. You look so beautiful today. Yes.
Girl, you look good. You're glowing. Girl, that baby letting you glowing, child. Girl, look at your skin. Find a way to use that invisible language for the betterment of society. Find the invisible language and utilize it for the betterment of humanity. Find that invisible language. Let that invisible language be visible by the action that you take. Because invisible language can be taken in action without you saying anything.
Right. Absolutely.
You know they
Absolutely.
say actions speak louder than words? Yes. So the action we take when we show up to do something, we must be careful and we must be conscious, be aware of our very mind, our mentality when we are showing up. Because when we show up, we gotta be conscious.
Yes. Yes. Because I
Because
always
right there, when you got that message, when you got that story, like, oh, your husband is over there with T-Mobile or whatever.
right.
Right there, you know the effect.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The effect on
Yes.
you and
Yes.
that baby.
Yes. It
How
starts making you feel less than, and that's why I try to, people need to understand the woman is already going through. So you already know that person is going through, just like Angel. You already know she's going through. Why are you going to sit there and confirm it? Like, oh, I saw him do this. Oh, he said this. Why confirm it? Why can't you just say, hey, I'm here? Because it's already there.
it's
And it's
there.
like we women, we wear so many masks because of
Yes.
our jobs or what we have to do as a mother, because you don't want your kids to see you
Yes.
hurting and down. I had two other kids, so I couldn't be running around there talking about, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know what I'm gonna
Right,
do.
right.
I had to just smile like, oh, it's okay. And then
Yeah,
get in my little
girl.
quiet space and cry my brains out and be like, I'm just mad at my friend for even letting me know, and that's what we do. It's like we hold all that in, and that's what you will see in this book, a lot of that. And that's why I said I wanted to keep it as real as I could. And that's what I think. Oh, I like that. And
Yes,
instead
yes,
of feeling in
absolutely.
trauma,
Yes.
start encouraging. And that's what's in that book. That's what you need. And that's what we need to start doing, is encouraging one another. Like I said, we need to start lifting up. I'm here in Georgia, and it's like I've never seen the way Black women, and I hate to say that we're not so supporting. I'm me, and I'm always going up to somebody, oh, I like your shoes, or I like your hair, or I like this, and they look at me like, did she just
Now,
say
what's
that to
wrong
me?
with you?
Yeah, and I'm giving you a compliment, and they're like, did you say that to me? And I'm like, well, I guess.
No, because they don't want you to do that. They want you to
Right.
compete with them.
Yes.
The mentality is to compete with me. If the mentality
Right.
that if I have bigger boobs, oh no, you come, I'm gonna get bigger boobs than you tomorrow. Your butt is like that. I'm coming to get a bigger butt than you
Yeah.
tomorrow. My waist,
Yeah.
so, my hair is fluffy. Or tomorrow
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So they want you to compete with them. They create a space for competition. This is not a competition, people.
No.
What everybody have to understand is that we are all on a journey called life.
Yes.
And
Yes.
every last one of us on this journey have an assignment personalized for them.
Yes.
And we are here to contribute to that journey. We are
That's
here
right.
to go on this journey together by contributing, not competing like, hey, because at the end of the day, we all can get to the front of the line at the same time.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
We
Amen.
all can. We all have a winning mindset. That is perfect. We're supposed to have a winning mindset.
Yes.
But we all can get to the front of the line at the same time. We all can eat the same amount of food at the same time. We all can fit around the table at the same time. But at the end of the day, we're still in position.
That's right.
We still standing. Like, girl, I see. Girl, what you need some help with? Girl, hold on. Girl, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
How can I
Right.
support you?
Yes.
I tell
Yes.
people all the time, support don't mean it's monetary. You don't have to give money for support. Support simply mean that, girl, hello.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, girl, what?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Girl, I see you. Girl, I
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
Support simply mean I acknowledge your presence.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
it. Support don't
That's
mean,
it.
oh, I have a lot of money, girl.
Yes.
No. That is just one little form over there.
That's right. That's right.
But as Paula just said, support simply mean you're encouraging each other.
Right. Right.
That is support. And
That
we got to
is.
get this concept. We got to pick up this concept. And we got to make conscious decision when we pick up this concept that support don't mean I'm like, girl, give me $2,000. Girl, give me $2.
Right.
Girl,
No.
girl, grab me a red bottom shoe. Girl. No. It simply means I'm going to say to you, girl, you got this thing going on. Girl, girl, you doing your thing. Girl, congratulations. Just congratulations alone is
Right.
support.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Girl, I
And
see you, girl.
that's
Well,
sometimes anybody, a lot of people, like I tell everybody with my book, I just want to know, how did it make you feel? I will
that's
buy the
it.
book
Give me
for
a
some of the people.
reaction.
Yeah, I have bought books for some people. Hey, just read it. Hey, go on Amazon and just write a
A
compliment.
review.
That's
That's
whatever
it.
I'm not telling you what to say. Write
No.
what you feel. And that's all I want is like, tell me what you
And
feel.
that's
Did
it.
it make you feel?
And that right there, that support, and I encourage people all the time. Nobody is paying you to, and we're not holding your hostage to say write a review on the books.
Yeah,
Just go. You
absolutely.
have a copy of the book. Just it's not that hard. Go on
Right.
Amazon, scroll down, put in, "Hey, I like this book.
This book made me feel like this. Yeah,
This book make
I
me
don't
feel like
care.
I'm in some,
Yeah, yeah,
some movie somewhere." And
yeah,
I'm like, write something. You don't gotta write
yes,
a whole paragraph.
yes.
Just
It's
write
not going
something.
to right, right. And that's why I
That's
said
it.
we don't uplift each other
And
enough, and we
it's
need
so
to do
sad.
that
It's so
and
sad. It is
support
so
each
sad.
other.
Oh wait, I think Nadu had another question. Hold on a second.
Okay, okay.
Um, are we defined by a piece of paper or cloth? Oh, honey, no. The only cloth that you define by is what God made you, and that's your skin.
That's
You're defined by your soul up
that's
in
right.
here. Yeah.
That's right. That's
This
right.
don't make you, don't define you, and you could be doctor 20 times over.
Right.
You could have a degree 50 times over.
Right.
That don't look at that, honey, because I see
Yeah.
some people who never made it out of high school, and they were in
That's
high
right.
position.
Exactly.
I'm just
Exactly.
saying. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Some people never made it out of high school, but they got to some position. So
That's right.
let's gather ourselves here and know that consciously, it's not about the piece of paper, and it's not about the cloth and the robe and all that stuff that you're wearing,
No.
honey. Mm-mm,
Absolutely no.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Nope.
Put God first. Put God first. I'm just trying to say.
That's right.
I'm just,
That's right, because God's gonna give you all that you need. Trust
I'm just
me.
saying.
He's
I'm
gonna
just
give
saying.
you everything you need.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
So here's my question to you now. Have do you believe we ever got over the past?
Do I believe what?
That we ever can get over the past?
I do believe people can get over the past if you do not allow the past to drive you. If you're not trying to feed that energy, if that makes sense. If you're
Yeah.
striving for better and looking for better and you want better for yourself, then you will push better. That energy will come. But if you're going to sit there and the past, if it's bad or whatever, and I'm just saying past experience, and you're feeding that, because every time you go and be like, well, this happened to me before, this happened to me, this and that. Well, yeah, you're feeding that, and it's going to have you. And then you're going to say, see, I told you, I told you. But what did you do to allow that to happen to you to change? What we got to do, I believe, if you feed positive energy, positive energy will come to you. And yes, bad things happen, but it's what you learn from it. You can say, okay, I won $1 million. We go play the lottery all the time and get $1 million. You don't get it. Do you break down and be like, I knew I wasn't going to win? I knew.
Yeah.
But what about, okay, I didn't get it this time. Maybe it just wasn't it. You keep playing. People keep playing and they keep playing in the hopes that it would happen. And that's what you need to do with yourself, in the hopes that, okay, I want to start a business. I didn't know. I started writing poetry. I never knew I was going to write a book. Everybody thought I was going to write poetry. I got so many journals that everybody would give me on my birthday, Christmas, because they knew I liked to write. And they was like, yeah, this is poetry. And I never knew it was going to be a book. And
Yes.
if I let my not knowing how to
Yes.
write a book, no one told me how to do it, the process, I would have never did it. But I trusted God. I believed, and I said, yep. I told my kids on New Year's, January the 1st, I said, oh, I'm gonna write a book. And they said, oh, really? You gonna write a book? They didn't believe me. I was like, yeah, I'm writing a book. And I set my little happy butt down there and I wrote a book. And when I published this book, and I said, they was like, Mom, you really wrote a book? Yes, I did. Now, my boys don't want to read it because the sex scenes in it, because they can't look at me. But the little parts that they did read, they liked. But I'm just saying, if I allowed that energy
Yes.
to tell me I couldn't, because there
Yeah.
was parts in there where I had asked a friend, she was a published author, and I asked her to help me. She was like, oh, get it copyright, girl, and I'll get it for you and I'll help you. Got it copyright, went to her, crickets, nothing. And I was like, well, what I do now, God? And then here I am looking, researching on my own, pushing it.
Yeah.
And it was just God. And then the person that said was going to help me with the book wanted to buy my book, end up buying a book. And then next thing you know it, I hear that she launched and said something about, oh, I'm bringing my book out now. I'm bringing my book back out and stuff. That's why I said you go back to that competing stuff. Instead of helping me to uplift me, it was like, oh, my book didn't sell. I'm not going to allow your book to sell. And I was like, why would we, why are we doing that? But like, had I held on to the past to think that I'm incompetent of writing a book, I would have never wrote this book.
Others' opinion should not define where we are going.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
And you said something, and I want to add to that to say, energy grows where energy goes. For us to get out of the past is for us to stop feeding the past the energy.
There you go. Amen. You said it. That's it. That's why I tell myself I have to meditate. And I think a lot of people need you. I meditate. I listen to try to tune in with God. I want to be so one with him. And I'm going to tell you a story. It was so funny because as a police officer, there's sometimes I'm not a good person. And God checked
the road. You have to go on the road.
on that. And I'm just saying this because I would go and there'd be a lot of homeless people, and I would in the morning, I don't want to be bothered with nobody because I'm trying to. But if we get a lot of calls, you get this. And it was this one lady, and she was calling me a queen. She was this, and I was just like, oh my God, I was just like, okay, I'm walking, and my partner, she just laughing like it was just funny, and I'm just like, come on, it's not. I tell you what, when probably a mile down the road, God hit me, and he said, didn't you ask me every morning to send you somebody that you could help? And I said, oh my God. Because you know what? It didn't look like what I wanted it to look like. And
Thank you.
I had to go back.
It.
Yes.
That is it.
I had to go back and pray. I went back looking for that woman. That woman wasn't there. I went back and told God, please forgive me, because you're right. So every day I would ask God, lead me to someone, allow me to help someone. And he brought this boy. I never seen him, and he was telling me the story about his mom and him was homeless and stuff. So I looked at my wallet and I gave him every money I had in my wallet, and he didn't want to take it. And I said, no, God told me to give this to you. He was like, for real? I said, yes. He said, no, I can't take this. I said, yes, you can. And I tell you what, never saw that man again. No more.
There you go.
Well, that's why I tell people, be still, listen to God, meditate, because he's going to lead you. Because the more you pour out into people helping, he's going to back. And what you want for you, trust me, it's going to happen. Because like this book, it's going to happen. It would have never, ever happened. I tell you, if I didn't have that drive, if I didn't let my past hit me, if I didn't let other naysayers, and God told me to shut your mouth, don't tell nobody. And that's what we need.
There you go.
And my older sister said, don't tell nobody, don't share nothing. Whatever you write.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I keep on encouraging people here on this platform that everything about us is personalized.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Everything about us is personalized. Your dreams, your vision, your inspiration, your purpose, your passion, they're personalized. And when we allow someone to tar that, we are giving them that power out of what was personalized to us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So your dream of writing a book, maybe you were not thinking about writing a romance novel, but you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I want to talk about it. I want to write little poems or something, you know what I'm saying? But it was already in you. It was already in there. God was like, nope, I see the vessel. You right here, girl. I see you can.
That's right.
I'm saying,
that's right.
No. This I already stamp you.
Yes.
You know, this I like to talk about the story of Jonah, who Jonah just like, I'm trying to run away from God. God is trying to use me, but I
Yes.
ain't gonna play with God like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, I'm God, excuse me, nah. And we ain't gonna do this kind of relationship business. You're not trying to use me the way you want. I want to go about my business. And then I just been thinking of stuff like Jonah just run. He got to the boat, and the fish is like, I'm waiting for you. So no matter where you go, we
That's
got you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that we can't run away from. And when we start looking at other people, and other people are telling us like, oh this, oh that, well, guess what? It's mine. It's mine. It's mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't tell me about my
Absolutely.
dreams now. I know my dreams because it wasn't given to you. It wasn't given to you. It was given to me. It's mine. I got to
Right.
faith. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Right.
responsible for that.
Right.
Because
Right.
at the end of the day, if today's my last breath, God forbid, I'm going to like, hey, God, because you know what Johnny said or Mary said. But what did you say?
Right.
I gave it to
Right.
you.
Right.
So why you tell me
There's
about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John for?
right.
Why you tell me about them for? I gave it to you. And we got to be persistent in the very thing that God hand over to us. We got to be determined in the very things that God hand over to
Yes.
us. Because
Yes.
you could be going this way, but God is like,
Right.
I know, I got you. I got you.
Right. You
You
got
know
to
what I'm
walk by faith. That's
saying?
a hard thing for people.
Listen, you got to take that leap of faith.
Yes.
You
And
got to
that's
take
what
that
you
leap of
see in
faith.
the book. Yeah.
You got to
And
take
that's
that
why I
leap of
want
faith.
people to know it is truly showing you the connection Angel had with God. And that's what I know God was putting in there, but it touches everything. And it
Yes.
lets you know that God is there. And Angel was so in tune with God that was why she kept pressing on. No matter what people were saying, no matter what was given to her, and no matter what was thrown at her, she was like, I'm trusting you, God. I'm trusting you, God. I got to trust you, God, because you're the only one. That's all I got. That's all I got. So
People, we
yes,
got to trust God because, like the
yes,
title said, we are breathing. It's only God that allow that.
that's right. Yes,
There's no other way for me to put that. I just have to say that plain and simple. We are breathing, and I literally just like have that title just put over the book. We are breathing because I want to talk about that title a second. We are breathing, but I'm gonna go into your book title just a quick. We are first of all, I want to acknowledge. I see Chris, welcome, 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 welcome. Where's my welcome thing? Ooh! You know, this is my welcome. That's my welcome sound. And we are breathing, and we got to acknowledge the only time we are breathing is because God is allowing us to breathe.
yes,
We are not breathing because we plan to go to work, we plan to go to school, we plan to get married, we plan to have a life. No, that ain't got nothing to do with it. We are breathing because God allowed us to breathe, because God is saying, I still have something for you to do. I have something to use you for.
right,
I know who you are already. So
right,
all the ifs and the buts and all the things and the chatters don't matter to God. God's like, I already picked you.
right.
When we are
Absolutely.
chosen by God, when God's like, listen, I chose it for this thing already. God didn't pick me to write that book. God picked you to write that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We are chosen. God is like, I stamped your name already.
Mm.
What are you gonna do? Erase it? You can't erase it. You can't erase it at no
That's right.
time at all. God gives us the vision, but we often think we are not deserving of it when we are.
Ooh.
Girl, you better go
Ooh,
ahead.
wow, wow.
When we are more than deserving, you better go ahead and say that.
Yes, yes,
Because God already know God already know us.
right, right.
Before you were born, He already know. Like, I already got this up in your DNA, girl.
Mhm,
Like, yeah.
mhm.
I already got this. I already got this part. I already know who you are. I'm not going to give this to Verona.
Right.
I'm not going to give this to Paulette. I'm giving this to
Right.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
And that's
capable
where
of
that
doing
faith,
this.
absolutely, that's where that faith comes in, because sometimes God sends you somewhere, just like the book, He'll send you somewhere, and you be like, oh no, oh,
I'm
I'm
not
going to
doing
go
that.
to hell. Yeah, people ain't gonna accept this. I'm going to hell. Jesus, this is not what you said.
Lord, forgive me.
Tell
Maybe
to
speed
do
thinking.
something that you think that's not of your character. And I'm like, Oh, I'm teaching babies. I'm teaching dance at the church. I'm doing all this, and I got this book coming out. And Jesus, this is not what you telling me to write. He was
Yep,
like,
yep.
yeah,
I'm making up
yeah,
my own stuff, and
yeah,
all of a sudden it's like, no,
yes,
that's what I
yes.
say.
So I had like a women's meeting thing, and a lot of women shared and reading, and it's just amazing, the pain, the hurt, and to see, like, I can't even get get into the transition, the change when these women see other hurt. They don't know Angel. I mean, they're making Angel to be this real woman, which she is. She
Yes,
is a real, a lot of women, and to see that they're like, wow, there are people out there like me, and I don't have to worry about carrying this. I can be who I need to be, and God is going to carry me through. I'm going to get through this. I just like to see that. I don't like to see women that they're walking. I went to school for cosmetology, and I went there just so I could just make women. I was on the military base. There was never uh where Black women can get their hair done. So I was so animate on that. It was hard for me to take money because I love doing it, and to
yes,
see
yes.
the privates come in with their hair all messed up and they have their head down. By the time I got done with them, they was like, "Oh, girl, I'm about
Hello.
to," they walking out there and they got their new look, their new stuff, and they believe in themselves, and that makes me feel so good
Yes,
to see
yeah,
people smile and be happy.
yeah.
And it's just a wonderful thing. And like I said, I'm just going to keep saying that. The one lady that asked, what makes you draw to that book? If you're looking for peace, if you're looking for happiness, if you're looking for that strength and looking for God in that, you're going to find it in that book.
Excellent. And Nadu, I hope we answer your question. I hope that question was answered that was asked by Nadu. I hope we answer that. So yes, listen. And how did you come up with that title? Because you said God, God gave you that title because
God did. Let me tell you,
talk
the
about it.
book, God gave me that title because, let me check this out. I wrote the book without the title. So I'm writing.
That part.
I'm writing, right? So I told my kids, they were like, well, how many chapters? I said 10. I didn't know. I was like, it's gonna be 10 chapters. This is not but God. And I said, okay. So I'm writing. I never knew when I'm finished with a chapter. It was like God would tell me. I would write. And then I realized I haven't been out there patrolling. And I was like, ooh, I gotta go sneak out my office. So I go out there, come back, patrol, come back, sit down, and then all of a sudden it was like I was done because I find myself struggling to try to write something else.
Yes,
and it was like, okay, I'm done. So the chapters came. The 9th chapter came. I didn't have a 10th chapter title. I didn't have the title to the book. And I said, well, maybe I'm not done.
Right.
And then, you know what? I laid in the bed and God said, with every breath, he took my soul. And I woke up and I called my sister and I said, hey, I got the title. And I told her the title and she was like, oh, no, that's not it. So what did I do? Like I told you, listen to people. When God told me stop listening, I said, oh, I guess I better change it because my sister is so.
My sister. God never told you.
Older sister. You got to listen to the older sister now. So I was like, she knows. And
but
I
God
said,
never told her. God never told her.
Exactly. No. God didn't tell. Exactly. So I laid in the bed the next day and God kept saying, with every breath he took my soul. I woke up, I said, well, you know what? I got to listen to God. And that's what God said. And that's what the title was. And that is what everybody gravitates to. They're like, oh, with every breath he took my soul. And I said, when you read the book, you'll know why it's in there, because of something that Brian does in this book. That title is really makes it potent in there. Yes. So when you know, with every breath, he took my soul. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Look,
yes.
That's the thought of that. I just went in a whole different place. I'm like, do you believe in soul ties?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
why I try to keep my temple to myself and try to be, because boy, you pour that stuff out, you be picking up some stuff, and that's why I said it's in the book.
That's why I told you that's what happened just now. I'm like, I went in a whole different place just now. I came back and asked you that question That's why I came. I'm
Yes.
like, girl, come back here. Girl, come back here. You on the show. You on the show. Come back here and ask this question. That's why I asked you, do you believe in soul ties? Because you see, this soul ties is a serious thing.
Right.
It's some dangerous stuff with that soul ties
It
stuff.
is. It is. It is, because you're picking up everything else that somebody else interact with, and they bringing it to you. So now you're trying to figure out why you crying, and you like, what am I crying for? Oh, you done picked up something. You better pray that out. You better just pour it out. That's why I tell God, I got to meditate. I got to cleanse myself. I got to ask God, please remove. I may have been dumb last night. Please remove.
Because look, that soul tie ain't got nothing to do with this other part of the body. Now. The soul tie ain't got nothing to do with the body. Honey, that soul tie go past deep down in this thing, going way down some way. It's way down past this skin. It's skin deep, double layered skin deep down there.
Right.
It's far. It's far. So listen here, people. We're not gonna go and tell you nothing about no nothing. We're not.
It's like it's hard because I want to. The lady asked, put it this way. You read the first chapter. The first chapter is what's going to grab you right there. Read the first chapter of the book. Guarantee you're going to try to email me. You're going to try to look me up and be like, oh my God. To get through that book. Because it jumps right into. And to let you know, it's going back into the past. So Angel is telling the past story of what her and Brian went through in order for them to get to where they are now. So you're going to hear all that. And it's just like you said, the past. How do you hold on to that? So Angel tells about her childhood experience of her past, and Brian's, a little bit of Brian's past is in there as well. So it is. It's I think it's very good. I'm not saying it because I wrote it. I just think it's very good.
And that's the thing. We shouldn't say it because we are the writer. We're saying because of the message, right?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we become messengers.
I like that. The message.
Right? We become messenger. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling it because I am the one that, no. At the end of the day, I'm not nothing. I am only a messenger.
Yes. I believe God birthed that book out of me. I believe I carried that book. Yes.
He did.
Yes.
It is not questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not questionable because, again, we camouflage who we are because we don't want to address certain things.
Right.
We don't want to address these topics, and these are real topics. And when you can write something that is relatable, it is real. That's what it's called. Right. It's real.
Right.
So why would we not address real things when real things are happening? But we're quick to tell somebody like, oh, you look this, oh.
Right.
And you're quick to tell us, you are quick to convince us to buy a red bottom shoe or this bottom or that bottom, but you're not quick to tell us to address real things.
Right. And that's what I wanted. That's what God was saying.
Real things we need to know.
Yes.
Because again, we are not doing this for ourselves. Because when we are doing this, we are doing for generation to come. Because when generation come and show up, they're gonna like, oh, Neicie wrote this. I know exactly what to do now. Because at the end of the day, as I mentioned, when we tell our story, it might just be a strategic way for somebody to get through something.
There you go. That's what that's why I know God is saying yes.
So you write this, somebody might come. And somebody in the next generation, somebody in the next generation is gonna come, and here goes Neicie book sitting there looking, and I'm like, okay, wait, let me turn to page 10. Let me turn to page 2. Okay, let me gather myself. And there goes a lesson in there, because that's the whole thing about life. We gotta learn some lessons. We gotta learn some lessons, and when we learn these lessons, not only to learn them and gather them and stuck them in the back of our head, but to apply them.
Yes.
Right. So when we apply these, when we make out of these applications, it is easier for us to move a little bit better into the life that we so deserve, because God created us to have abundance. So now we are holding on to our blessing. I think Porter said something regarding to that. We are holding back we're holding back. I think it was Paul that said it. Yeah, we're thinking that we don't deserve it, but when somebody writes something, we're not sitting here to judge it like, oh, Neicie, why you write? Girl, you can't be writing
Right,
it.
right.
I can't be writing it because what? It is reality.
There you go. That's right.
Huh?
And that's what everybody says. It's real. It's real. And I think that's why what makes it, because I was always told as a young girl, I feel different than anybody else. It's like
Right.
I feel, and my pastor was like, oh Lord, you can tell. It's like you can feel. That's why I tell people, you can feel. It's like you're going into Angel's world. You are actually there. You are actually feeling every emotion, everything. Yeah. And my editor is so funny because she was so busy reading the book, not editing it the way I wanted to edit it. But anyway, it is what it is. But she comes back and she says, well, I don't like that. I don't like that Amy chick. I don't know why you got Amy in there. And she was like, Angel is just like me. And I just laughed because I was like, Amy's in there for a reason. Yeah. And now you just need to edit, let me write. And you did it. She was like, you're definitely going to get people reaching for God, what you're searching for in there, because I didn't tell her I was writing it for God or anything about God or anything. Yeah. Read it. But when she read it, she came back and she was the one that gave me that confirmation on there as well, that people will definitely see that God and reach in there and feel. So, and and I struggle with the cover because, me being a Black woman, I wanted it to be for every woman. Yes. I didn't want to label it to just Black women. And then God said, well, you are a Black woman. So this is what you're putting on there, right? Because I was going to make it a Black woman, a white man, or a white man, what everybody's seeing.
Something.
Right, because we're trying to, what is the word? Accommodate people now. We're trying to do that. But God said, no, this is who you are. This is what you want.
Why are you taking that away? Why are you diminishing that?
Right. So I done had Korean. I done had Hispanic. I done had white. I done had Black. You name it. They had read this book and they had came to me and said the same thing. Oh my God, I can relate. I feel this helped me. It's like, I can't, this is so good. And they're asking me for the next book. When's the next one? And I was like, oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming. It's there.
It's coming.
It's there. It's like,
it's already there.
You're ready to conceive.
Yes. There you go. There you go.
I'm just saying. You're ready to conceive. The belly's not showing yet.
I know that's right.
The belly just not showing it. And sometimes when we're pregnant, they say don't tell until like the first trimester.
Exactly.
Like, just to let you know, baby announcement. You know what I'm saying? But you in the trimester, you in the beginning. Yeah, you there.
Yeah, because the devil is busy too. Because you start letting these blessings out. The devil tries to send his little demons out here to make you think, hey, you ain't nothing, and you just be like, oh, okay, okay,
I prove you wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wrong, because God ain't give you my vision. God gave it to me.
That's right.
God gave me my own vision, and it's not yours. Right. Excuse yourself.
Right. You didn't like the book. I'm sorry it didn't do anything for you, but hey, that's all right. That's all right. Maybe the next book we.
And that's fine by me, because at the end of the day, God did not tell you my vision. God told it to me.
That's right. I don't debate.
At the end of the day, Neicie, at the end of the day, Queen, what will happen? You close a chapter today in your life, you will know that God did answer you.
Yes.
We gotta live in obedience. We gotta live in obedience. And when we live in obedience, we gotta be constant. We got to be consistent with the very dreams that are given to us. We got to be consistent. I talk about this over and over. I talk about this. There's a thing. We got to wear a coat of confidence in the very vision that God gave us.
That's right. Absolutely.
Coat of confidence, because no matter what we are going to do, it is gotta ready. Okay, we gotta put on that coat of confidence and walk up in any room, space, and time.
That's right.
With that vision, with that
yourself,
dream.
right? Believe in yourself. Believe in what God gave you, because there are going to be naysayers. There's going to be people that's going to say, "Oh, you're not going to be able to do this. I don't think you know." They're going to have negative things. You just got to change that around for you and just be like, "Okay, but that doesn't hinder me. That's not going to stop me because my books are selling. People are reaching out. So it's not going to hinder. So you should never. I think that's what we get. And then I have to say that's where I was. I was like, ooh, it wasn't edited the way I wanted. And God says, stop telling people that. Stop saying that.
Don't tell that to people.
So now I just tell everybody, oh no, it's a good book. You read it.
Look, you don't go back and find no errors and make it public, right? You don't go back and find that. Like, no, you read it, no problem. You got a message, good. Don't go back and like, oh yeah, your toenail was I'm not oh girl, you got like 2 stronger up. No, we not going through that.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you can always go back and revise that book.
That's right. You
can always go back and revise that book, because now when I talk about book, I talk about them as babies, as children, as real babies. Right. You're a mother, you're a grandmother, so when you are pregnant, that is exactly your book. Your book is a baby. Your book is a baby. You bring forth that baby. No, you're like, no, I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm writing this book. Right, I'm not gonna tell nobody I'm pregnant. Mm-hmm. Right. No, the baby is born. Baby is published. Huh? No, wait, girl, I know you were pregnant. Right, because I didn't want to tell nobody. Right. No, I didn't want to tell you. No. Girl, when were you pregnant? I see you all the time. I know. But you know what I'm saying? But I kind of thought you were doing something because you kind of were looking glowing and all that stuff. Good. That is your baby. So your baby's out there. Your baby's going all over the place. Baby's going all over the place. Like, that's Niece's child. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's Niece's child.
That's right. That's right.
You are the mother. You are not the one to say, you know what? My baby got a crooked finger. No.
Yes. No. I love my baby in his crooked finger.
I love my baby. That's my baby.
That's my baby. That's right.
My baby got a little not so straight nose. Oh, yes. No, that's my baby.
That's my baby.
Oh, you saw my baby in Japan? Yeah, that's my baby.
That's right. And
because
that's what I'm saying.
You are the responsible party for that child.
That's right.
You don't pinpoint no faults. Don't pinpoint no faults. You accept all of that they go. Don't pinpoint nothing. Don't tell nobody like, oh, if you see my baby over there and that baby just got a broad nose. No.
Yeah.
No. But if you see that baby over there with that name, that's my baby.
That's right.
That's
with the big smile, everything. That's my baby.
Yeah, that's my baby.
That's my baby.
Yeah, that's mine right there.
That's what make people come to it, gravitate to it, and be like, she proud of that baby. Yes, I am.
Proud of that baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's mine. That's right. I fed that child. I nourished that child. That mine. That's right.
Mm-hmm. God gave me that baby.
God conceived this child up in me.
That's right.
And I brought forth this child. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. Leave me alone. And if I'm pregnant again, I ain't gonna tell you. How about that? You might be expecting, like, oh girl, you got one baby, you might be having another one. Yes, right. How about that? Yeah. I'm fruitful and I'm multiplying.
Yes.
I'm real fruitful. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna bring forth another child. Yeah, this is not just one. This just open the door. This us open the door of my womb. I shall bring forth fruit. Right. I shall bear fruit up in here.
Right.
Bear some fruit. Yes. So excuse me. Oh, Neicie, we expect another book. I know. I'm expecting another child.
Yes.
But I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you.
Yes.
No, I ain't gonna tell you because you know what? You're not ready for this. You're not ready for me to bring for another child.
Yes.
I try to tell them like, no, I've been popping them right out. I'm like, ooh. I just been looking good.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not mother that's gonna keep my shape going on with all them babies.
Yes.
I'm like, what y'all talking about? I'm like, what? Yeah. So give us one juicy part in that book. Because we want a juicy part. Children, please go to your bed. If y'all didn't send your children to bed, you better send your children to bed right now because right now, listen to me here. People, audience, we are winding down this episode, and I'm going to tell you this one more time. Put them children to bed, because we're going to go inside of the book, and we are going to find a juicy part up in there. Just give us a
I
juicy
sure
part.
am.
Yeah.
I'm going
So
to find it.
while you're getting that together, audience, if you are out there and you have your children up watching with you, excuse them children, give them some warm milk and put them to bed. Okay, put them to bed, because we're gonna go up in some explicit stuff right about now. Okay, this is a late night. The last 15 minutes of this segment here is some late night stuff behind dark, on the
Yes.
dark, you know what I'm saying? We might turn off lights and all sort of stuff. Put your children to bed. Give them some warm milk, give them some warm chocolate, whatever you gotta give them, kiss them good night, and like go on about your business. Yeah. Because this is where we're gonna get into some juicy stuff, so we can close out this episode. We're gonna pause this episode on some juicy stuff. So
I'm trying to find it. Just a minute.
yeah, honey, take your time, because sometimes we gotta take our time here, right?
Right.
Right here. We can't
I
rush.
want to get the good one for you.
Yeah, honey. Sometimes we can't rush through some things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can't rush through finding our destiny. And sometimes what happened? We fail to go through the process. We want to rush and get up in the fast lane. But it's not everything that we gotta go fast. We can't go on the express highway all the time. We can't go on the highway. Sometimes we gotta get local roads. We gotta go. Don't be rushing into your destiny, people. Find your lane and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Don't y'all worry about that. Find your lane, stay up in there, and keep on rolling. God is saying, I got you. And God said, if I take you on the express, I'm with you. If I take you on the local, I'm with you still. So no matter which way you do it, God is still with you. Yeah. That dude said that. It's always easy putting things in God's grace. Yes, sis. Yes, indeed. God is saying, listen. Don't be trying to breathe fast when I'm trying to tell you to breathe slow. You know what I'm saying? God is like, listen, I got you. You like trying to hurry up and breathe. You don't control that. Mm-mm. God is the one that's doing this. So listen, get yourself together. If y'all need a glass of wine, y'all might want to do that too. You don't know what y'all want to drink at this point. Your water probably don't turn to wine already. But I ain't mad.
I found one. I didn't want to get the real juicy one, but
Lord have mercy. Listen. Wait a minute, sis. Because audience, let me tell you, before she get into this, before you read this juicy stuff here, tell us where we can get the book first. First of all, tell them where they can
get the book off of Amazon. It is on Amazon. The title is "With Every Breath He Took My Soul" by Neicie Hammond. You should see it. It will pop up, and there you go. It looks just like that. That's where you can get it, off of Amazon. It's in Kindle, and you can get the paperback as well.
All right. And tell us your social media handle in the meantime.
I really don't get on that. My Facebook page is Neicie Hammond, right? Instagram is Neicie123.
All right.
So I think it's Neicie123.
Oh, okay, somewhat.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna sit up on my
you ready?
seat.
Get you a sip on your little drink. Here you go.
Look, hold on a second, sis, because I'm gonna excuse myself. Because let me stir this up. Let me stir this up. Okay.
So it says they went into the movie theater where they sat. Brian could not keep his eyes off her as he told her, "I'm going to marry you." Angel thought, "Yeah, right," and laughed. But Brian leaned over and kissed her to assure her that he meant what he said. Brian told her that in a year and a half, he was going to marry her. Brian asked Angel if she wanted him to propose on Valentine's Day or on her birthday. Angel's birthday was February the 15th, so she picked her birthday. She was very flattered, but still did not believe him. Brian did not even watch the movie. He would doze off and only to wake up beginning to kiss Angel again and again. Angel was just filled with joy. They left the movie and walked to her truck, where they sat in the back seat as they began to talk. He leaned over and gently kissed her lips. He made his way down her neck. Angel was overjoyed with this moistness that was coming from between her legs, that it scared her. She told him to stop, but never sharing what had taken place between her legs. Brian kissed her again. She could feel herself squirt. She could feel her spirit leave her body as she floated. It felt amazing. Angel had never had that feeling happen before. Do I need to go on?
No, it's all right. If you, I mean, if you want to go on some more, but that's fine.
Okay.
If you want to do one more line, that's fine.
Okay. I will do.
Yeah. If you want to do one more line, because you see
Okay.
when your spirit don't leap up inside of you, that's a whole yeah, honey. Somebody done touch somebody's soul.
Yes.
Mm.
Let's do. So Brian's in the shower. Angel can see his hard, sexy body through the shower glass doors. She watches as the water drips down from his body. She sees his big dick just hanging there, waiting for her to come in. She gets so excited that she cannot wait. Angel enters the shower. She had forgotten all about the food and the beer. She would be that she that she forgot about the food and the beer um, she had for them to relax. Angel can tell that Brian was just as honored for her presence. He still looks at Angel in awe. He can't believe at times that this body of hers belongs to a 50-year-old woman. Angel was very much in shape. She did not really look her age. Brian loved her body. He could never resist it. Brian grabbed her, kissed her so strongly that Angel just melted away like she always does. Brian wanted to make love to her, so he turned off the water, picked her up, and he took her to the bed. Angel loved when Brian would be so anxious. It meant he longed for her. When he makes love to her, it's always magical. Angel still remembers the first time. So I didn't want to get to the one where like the
It,
breath part, but
he done
yeah,
took our breath away.
yes,
Somebody taking somebody's breath away right there.
yes, yes, yes,
Boy, that's hot and juicy.
it
somebody,
is.
somebody took somebody's breath away. Uh,
Yes, yes. So it goes into, it gives like in the beginning, I jumped around just to keep you wanting, but it goes into telling the story of Angel, the little girl. And like I said, it goes back and forth because the first part I read is when Angel and Brian was going on their first date, and that was in the past. This, where I just read, is actually Brian coming back home in the real life, where she's seeing him and he's seeing her, and this still the magical bond that they had when they very first met on their first date was still there.
yes, honey. And look, we ain't going to say nothing else. We're not going to say nothing else. All I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you, audience, to do is please support this book.
Yes.
That is what
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to do. If you have supported the book, if you got the book already,
Yeah.
please go on Amazon and put a review there. That is what
Yes.
I would ask of you, please, to do. If you have the book, if you have not put a review on Amazon, please go over there and put a review. A review makes a big difference in the authorship. It makes
Yeah.
a big difference in the
It
author's
does. It
world. It
does.
makes
It
a
helps
big
out a
difference
lot.
on Amazon. People not
Yes.
understanding that there is value in their review. You
Right.
don't got to make a paragraph. You just got to put something up there that you got the book, you read the book, you saw the cover of the book. Even just to review the cover, do something just for it is a form of support, and that is why we are here. We are here as supporters of each
If
other. The
right.
more we support is the more we will grow. And the more we will grow as supporter is the stronger we will be. We cannot be strong if we are not supporting each other, because when we are apart, we are weaker.
Right. And
It
if you
is just
want an auto, yeah, if you want an autograph copy of it, you can email me, and it's NELSONNIECIE at gmail.com, or you can go to my Facebook page, message me, let me know you want an autograph copy one, and I will talk about arrangements for me to send it out to you where I can sign it and send you out a copy.
I would encourage you to do that. Autograph copies are very important. Very, very important. And Theta, I think Theta, you said you're in Atlanta. Please wave on
Yes,
over.
yes. If you're in Atlanta, don't hesitate. Yes. So
listen, you might just be next door.
Yeah.
You know, you never know where, you never know. You might just be right next door to Neicie right now. I try to tell people, like, you never know where I'll be showing up. We're like, Theta's in Atlanta. She might just be next door to you and don't even know.
Right. Absolutely. Hopefully I don't pull you over.
I'm like, listen, girl, come on over here. Girl, you next door. Yeah.
Yes.
You really, you on Verona? Yeah. Yeah. Girl, I just saw you. Yeah, I'm right there. So get your autograph. I like to encourage people to get autograph copy, because at the end of the day, those autograph copy means a lot. Okay, they mean a lot. They go on, and you go on to a life. You're like, listen, I met this author. Yes. It's like you say, I met Jesus.
Because I plan on being big. I even if I don't have Tyler Perry, this book is this is going to be a movie.
Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. We will not retract anything here.
Right.
We don't retract anything. We're not even if
I'm not retracting it. I'm just saying I'm not waiting. I know God is good, and if
that's going to do a thing or two. Okay, because God grants us desire of our heart, darling. God grants us the desire of our heart, and wherever the connection is, He know where it is already.
Yes.
We just gotta stay. We just gotta stay aligned. We just gotta stay faithful to Him, and He just do like this, like a little magnet. You know when you go. You know when you have your siren going on. Going with your siren, police siren going like, oh, there's an emergency. God will know when. Let me tell you something. I know God. I know how He operates. You know when there's an emergency. You know when there's an emergency, and just how your police car be going. God is like, there's an emergency. Neicie needs me.
Right.
And you know where to find, the EMT and all those emergency people. You're like, you need to go rescue, you need to go add, you need to go multiply, you need to go replenish, you need to go do that over on that side.
Right.
You know where they are.
Right.
You know, the list God knows. So with that said, honey, let me tell you, I am so glad that you came.
Yes,
I'm so glad to have you here.
Yes.
So I'm so glad to support you on this journey. Yes. I'm so glad to, I'm just so glad that you're in the authorship. You know what I'm saying? You're in the author's world. Honey, I'll try to tell them, like, I welcome people up in the author's world, baby. Yes. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. I welcome you over here because it's a place of legacy. It's a place where we work together, we support each other, we grow together. So I want to just leave with you, not from my lips, but from my heart, that I celebrate you. I celebrate you where you're evolving from.
Yes.
Where you're evolving from, and I celebrate you where you're going. I celebrate you where you're going, because where you're going, God is already there. God is already there. And we got to understand this, that wherever we are going, God is already following us. Wherever we are going, our dreams and our vision are going to follow us.
Right.
So we just have a dream list, and we're like, check mark. You know what I'm saying? Check off your dreams and set your goals. And I tell people all the time, set your goals, set realistic goals.
Yes.
Write them down, look at them, study them.
That's what I did. Yes.
I see that I dreamt about being that. Yeah.
Yes.
Check them off as you go along, and you will see that God is watching every move. Because what happens with us, when we show up, we're not only showing up, we got to show up and take action. And when you take action, God only reward action now.
That's right. Yes.
God is like, hey, I see Neicie. Neicie's like, I write this book. Let me see what else I can do. God is like, oh, girl, I got you. God reward action. God wants us to take action on our very dreams that He gave us. Nobody's sitting there going to do it for you.
Right.
Nobody's going to do it for you. No. You go and do it for yourself, because it is personalized with your name on it.
Right.
So I want to thank you ever so much for coming here.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Give us a final word as we pause up this session here. Leave a final word for the
Yes,
ladies. For the ladies. For the
right.
ladies.
For
Men,
the
you out
ladies.
for the ladies.
Yes, for the ladies, for the ladies. Believe in yourself. Stay strong. Don't let no one define you. God is always, always, always present. So go to Him when you feel like there is nothing else left for you. Whether you're going through sickness and dealing with cancer and anything, keep fighting, keep trusting, keep loving God, and most of all, love yourself.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. Audience, I want to thank you so much, audience, for coming in. I want to thank you for showing up. I want to thank you for being here with us. And you know, when we go over extra 1 hour, because we got juicy stuff here. Okay, we got juicy contents here. So it's not because we're running out of time, but because we just have everybody got something else to do. So we want to
That's
thank you
right.
so much for being here. Thank you. We hope to see you on the next episode. Y'all know when it is. You know, I don't gotta tell you what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. See you on the next episode. As you never know what's gonna happen in the next episode, honey. Who's gonna be
Yes,
here? We're just gonna just be doing stuff. Thank you so much, Paula. Yes, God is always present. He ain't going nowhere. He's
that's
not going
right.
nowhere.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's not
God
going
is
nowhere.
always present.
He's not going nowhere. Period. He's not going nowhere. So I want to thank you so much for staying with us as we say. See you on the next go around. Bye.
Yes. Bye.